And now to 18-year-old Maelle LEDERMANN and 19-year-old Antonin EMO from Switzerland.
8th in the rhythm dancer, coached by Barbara Piton. And they're going to need a 69.79 to take the lead. Their personal best, 70.83, certainly in their range. They can get a clean program.
Maelle LEDERMANN and Antonin EMO from Switzerland, and I'm not sure, Ted. We saw the same people in the stands yesterday following the performance, perhaps parents, but nice to see. Actually, interesting, the reaction of the parents there was more elated than it was yesterday, so hopefully that's
okay.
Indication this was a stronger skate, and a strong skate I thought it was too.
Yeah, it was really good.
And really see, obviously they are older than some of the competitors that we've seen in the competition already, and it's worthy of a handshake from coach as they leave the ice, but that maturity evident in their choice as we look through the 1 foot turns. They just missed the musical reference point for the twizzles a little bit. I thought it was a very difficult entry, which was impressive. And this choosing to grab the leg on the third twizzle, that won't increase the level, but should increase the grade of execution. And this difficult entry into straight line lift, constantly move, change of pose, and the 1 foot exit, easily attaining straight line lift level 4 with a good grade of execution. The back choctaw for Maelle. Just have a little look through the diagonal step sequence. There's another choctaw. And you can see that deeper edge set for this team. Love this. Good catch, Ted, on the playback. And you can see the absolute commitment here.
I thought they were quite united. You know, they were tracking each other. They skated close. It was a little slow. The stationary spin rate at the end, that is in level 4, but a minus GOE.
And actually, their last 2 elements, I think the dance spin and the stationary lift, probably the weakest of the 8 elements that they did have in the program. So maybe that will leave an impression on the judges that is less favorable for the presentation. But as this season progresses, then I'm sure that will improve the GWA's fitness levels enhance.
As predicted, they are in like the mid-5s.
Yeah, you were spot on, Mr. Barton.
Well, just so far.
No, you're right. And, you know, also we've seen great Swiss ice dance teams, you know, meddling now Swiss ice dance teams. So although I suppose that's frustrating for LEDERMANN and EMO to know that, you know, there's a really strong team against them in their nation, also equally inspiring to motivate them to be pushed.
Yeah, absolutely. This team is still they all are in their development stages, and they've got some good skills. They skate really well together. There's no question of that. But speed, depth of edge, you know, crisper in and out of the elements, and more transitions in and out. Those types of things. But that comes with time, hundreds and hundreds of hours. Of course, looks like she cut her hand, perhaps.
And both of them, you know, busy students.
Yeah.
As well, so juggling their skating abilities with their academics.
That is so hard. We don't talk about that enough, but when you take a look at these skaters' schedules of when they get up and what they do for school, what they do with their off ice, and then what they do with their on ice, exhausted at the end of the night, and then they got to study, and then they get up the next day. That is the life of many teenagers, there's no question, but these two are a little bit older, so perhaps they're in university with a heavier load. Right?
And they train alongside Dania Moaden and Theo Bijot, who were 3rd in Budapest. So they're training mates, they're coached by Piton, also such quality. But what I really respect from this team is that whilst they are older, they appear to be running their own race. They're not stylistically the same as Dania and Theo, who are much younger. They've chosen a vehicle that represents where they're at in their life.
Which is perfect. So there were 8 elements, but 6 were under review. They've now all been updated or cleared. So we are ready for the score. So there was a lot of work by the technical panel there.
And sometimes those reviews, either it's a picky technical panel or just suggest that they're closer to higher level.
Exactly. Personal best was 70.83. This is just shy at 70.30. But that is first in the free dance with a 114.49 total competition score. That will move them for the moment into first place. There is a look at your top 5 teams so far in the free dance event.